Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Midfield Pivot. Today is August the 15th, and we're looking forward to some big games. The MTN 8 quarterfinal game, the City Spurs game, and the Barcelona Real Sociedad game. Guys, while you're here, can you please just subscribe to the channel? Put a like on that video there. Don't be afraid to be in the comment section. We can always discuss things, and y'all can call me out if you don't agree with me, or you can agree with me, which I think most of you will do. So yeah, let's get right into the show. We have the MTN 8 quarterfinal between Kaizer Chiefs and Sundowns. Now, this is by far the biggest fixture in this MTN 8 quarterfinal section and will be very exciting. As much as people are assuming that it'll be an easy walkover for Sundowns, I disagree with that notion entirely. Chiefs have this tendency of going up a gear whenever they come against Sundowns. They beat them last time. They've only, if you look at the past 5 games, Sundowns have only won 3 of those games. And this is with Chiefs having been performing badly. They were still able to get the better of Sundowns. So now to assume that Sundowns are going to win because they signed another 10 million players this season, yeah, it's a mistake that. And also, unlike last season, Chiefs were actually able to make signings this time, most notably being Keegan Dolly to reunite CBD. So will CBD play today? I don't know. I doubt it. But still, they've got a new signing, Keegan Dolly. They've got Cole Alexandra. They've got a raft of new players who will be hungry and looking forward to bursting that Sundowns bubble. Mind you, Chiefs haven't won a trophy since 2015. It's long overdue. It's almost like a team goes through a period of not winning anything, and then it becomes almost like now's the time. I think we Chiefs today is that time. This tournament here, this is the beginning of them regaining that glamour boy status. That we win things. So I'm expecting a Chiefs win today. Um, Baxter's going to head over to England for the big game today, which is Spurs against City. There are so many backstories to this fixture. The biggest one, obviously, being the Harry Kane situation. It is well publicized that Harry Kane wants to leave Spurs and that his preferred destination seems to be Man City. That because he has clearly stated that he wants to win silverware, he wants to perform in the big stages, and be a big time player that he thinks he is. And really is not that there's no bigger team in England right now than City, so that would obviously be his preferred destination. However, there is the stumbling block of his asking price. Daniel Levy has put an asking price of £150 million on Harry Kane. I'm not saying it's something that City can't afford. It obviously is. We know City's coffers are quite deep, but spending 150 million on a player, oof, it's a lot of money to spend on one player. And I don't think City will go gung ho for that deal unless Harry Kane maybe puts in a transfer request, which he hasn't done yet officially, by the way. He's just been hinting in the media that he wants to leave. I think that though, if Harry Kane were to put in a transfer request, City would come up with that money, and Daniel Levy would accept it. I mean, who wouldn't accept 150 million? So yeah, it's a real interesting subplot to that game. Regarding Harry Kane playing in this game, right now, for me, that's a bit unlikely. I don't think he will play. If he does play, maybe they're off the bench. I don't think he's going to start. And him not starting, unfortunately, it's a big problem for Spurs. Coming up against City without your best player, it's just asking for trouble. City as well will be out to prove a point here. Since all their title rivals won yesterday, they'll also want to start off like that. They want to start off with a nice big win to show that, hey guys, we're here as well. Don't forget about us. Don't write us off. This is we are the defending champions, and we're gonna defend this title. And I think Spurs might suffer from that. There'll be that collateral damage to Spurs, to City trying to prove a point. The Spurs have made a lot of signings. I don't expect to see any new faces today. Maybe Christian Romero will be the new signing that we see today. I'll be surprised as well if he starts. I'm expecting Dele Alli and Son to be leading that front line along with Lucas Moura. And to be honest, that's not a front line that should scare anybody, especially if Kane's not playing. It really shouldn't scare anybody. And defensively, Spurs have always been a bit suspect. That being said, though, with Pep, we never really know who he's gonna pick. The front four is gonna be Mahrez, Grealish, Sterling, Ferran Torres, or will we see Foden? Will we see Bernardo Silva? Will we see Jesus? You're never really sure what happens with City. That's why I really don't have any City players in my FPL teams except for Ruben Diaz, obviously. Everyone else's position is never set, so you never really show week on week who's gonna play, which is actually a good thing, which shows the depth of the squad and why then they are favorites for the season's title, and why Spurs might get put to the sword tonight. Obviously, you never want that for a team. You hope that they make a game of it, but I'm not expecting much from Spurs today. I see an easy City win. Yeah, that's about it. Really, it's gonna be bad for Spurs. So both the North London teams, the Spurs and Arsenal, will not be having a good time this weekend. Coming up later on tonight as well is the Barcelona against Real Sociedad game. Why this game is of interest is because we are now gonna see Barcelona without Messi. How are they going to set up? How are they going to perform? Will this affect them mentally? Will it be a totally different system? Will they play the same way? Will Griezmann step up? Will Memphis Depay step up? Will Dembele finally have an injury-free season? What is going to happen with Barcelona? That's a big question that hopefully we'll get some sort of answers to tonight. It shouldn't be a hard game for them. They should easily beat Real Sociedad. However, we did see last season that games that they were supposed to win, they didn't win. And that was with Messi. So now without him, will they have that extra spark? Because he was a spark that they had. Like they were having a bad game, be struggling during a game, and then Messi would just do something, and then immediately the team would just win. Without him being there, who's going to be that spark? Pedri maybe, but the issue I have with Pedri is that I don't think he will start today. The boy doesn't need a rest. I mean, check the stats last night. He's played 1,000 minutes or something crazy like that without a rest. He went to the Olympics. He was in the Euros as well. He should be given this game off, so he can recover. So when he does come back, he's able to actually beat that spark. So then tonight, the whole responsibility then rests on people like Depay, people like Griezmann, who is persona non grata right now in Barcelona, because their fans, for some weird reason, are blaming him for Messi leaving, and it's entirely not his fault. It's the board's fault, essentially. The poor financial decision making. That being said, as well, it has been reported that Gerard Piqué has taken a huge pay cut to enable Barcelona to register the new side that they've got. So it's a team in turmoil, and they really need this game today to show that they are able to move on from the Messi scandal, that they are able to perform at the level that everyone expects them to perform. And we could only hope that that is the case, because if not, then I'd see very, very terrible headlines coming through the next day about Joan Laporta and him having to leave. So yeah, anyway, those are the 3 games I'm looking forward to today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. Also, comment section is open. You guys, we are allowed to disagree, even though your opinions are probably wrong, because mine are always right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.